Hi, this is Mallory with Fruit Magazine. Can you tell me your name and a little bit about what you do?
Hi, my name is Aether Schneider. I'm a sequential art major at MSU. I make comics, I make paintings and sculpture. I do a lot of art. Yeah.
What was your initial interaction with art? What got you started on this journey?
I just drew a lot. I watched a lot of cartoons as a kid. I remember watching Powerpuff Girls, and I read a lot of graphic novels too, and that just sort of spiraled me into wanting to make my own characters and do my own worlds and own narratives and storytelling.
Hell yeah. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you brought to the gallery today?
Yeah, so this piece, it's called Portrait of a Girl with Religious Iconography. This was actually an assignment for my Drawing 2 class. It was just a portrait of another classmate, and I got a photo and I did it. And while I was doing it, I was I want to do something cool with it. And I asked my professor, I'm can I put a halo around it? And he was I don't know. And I was pretty please. And he was okay, it better look good. And it did. He ended up liking it. So, but yeah, no, it took a long time to do. I do enjoy doing charcoal portraits and stuff, but I have only almost exclusively done them for classes. So it's a bit brutal. But I like how it came out.
Awesome.
This piece, this piece is one I did in high school. It's sort of we had an assignment where we had to remake a piece that we previously did, and I had one with a cat in a gallery, and I kind of wanted to reimagine it with this sort of perspective of when you're looking at a piece of art from the past, you're sort of looking at that artist's view of time. And so I wanted to make a piece that sort of represented that, where you have this painter painting and this person viewing the artist. And the perspective on this took so long because I made it so where it could be if you were to flip this around, it would still work as a painting. That was my main goal. And I gathered so many references and just made my friends do crazy things in order to get the photos I needed. But I also think it turned out well. I really like it compared to the original painting I did. That was sort of
Could I ask you to flip it?
To flip it? I think it's attached.
How attached?
How attached?
It's your painting. It won't hurt anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought so.
There we go. Try not to break it. Hello? So just imagine that's hung up.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Whenever it was hanging in my house, I would hold on.
This is how you interview people.
This is how you interview people.
Okay, so something I've been asking all of my interviewees is, what is it like to be a queer artist at this moment in history right now?
It's simultaneously very cool and also very scary, because I think being a queer artist, you kind of have to sort of educate yourself on previous queer artists, because right now obviously it's easy to look around and and especially with the internet and that sort of thing, it's so easy to sort of put yourself into this bubble of wow, it's so cool how many gay people make art, and then you go into a museum and it's wow, there's this one contemporary piece and everybody else is just a very specific kind of person. But I really enjoyed looking back on queer artists, especially within comics, Alison Bechdel. I've been really enjoying going back through her work and just seeing how. I
just started reading Fun Home.
Yes, I recently finished.
Really
it's very, very good. Mm-hmm. And just I think being able to go back in history and just sort of look, because art is always going to be a representation of people's view on that world at the time, even if they're trying to prophesize about the future or the past or whatever. So I think that just being able to have that accessibility to look back and see previous queer artists and how they represented, how they navigated the world, I think is really important. And I think it's also important now to draw your feelings and that sort of thing, so that way people in the future can look back on it and not feel so alone.
I think that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Okay, one more time, can you give me your name and what you do?
My name is Aether Schneider. I am a comic artist, and I'm studying sequential art and paleontology at MSU.
And I'm Mallory with Fruit Magazine. Thanks so much for joining us. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.